Welcome to this. This is a discussion part. I'm going to be discussing about a particular creature from some of my short stories. I'm going to be talking about werewolf eaters. Um, what they are, how they function, something like that. As to why I call them werewolf eaters, there's a funny but messed up story about a pack of werewolves that encountered a werewolf eater. Now, they're gelatinous beings. They have a smell that is putrid, like rotting flesh or pretty much farts, rotten eggs, and whatnot. Methane smell. What they consume stays in the gelatinous body of theirs, all torn to pieces and being dissolved and whatnot. But back to what I was talking about, why they're called werewolf eaters. Goes to a story, something like about a pack that encountered one. Okay, pack of werewolves. They decided to attack this thing because it was on the land, desecrating the land. The smell is pretty bad, and you could see the vegetation and such dying. Trees are dying. Like obviously, like these are strong, firm, nicely living. Like these are trees that lived for a few hundred years. Okay, and they're dying like in moments. But anyways, the werewolf eaters decide to they attack and tore it to pieces. Okay, they took the pieces and ate it. Okay, they ate the egg, the thing. Okay, um, this is they're about ready to go to sleep after this. Okay, they go into their woke up and all that, and when they go to sleep, they don't wake up. This thing literally ate them from the inside out. Somehow burrowed in their brains, and well, ate their brains in their sleep. And they did not survive the night. By the morning light, this thing had literally eaten all of them. They're all dead, eaten, and now they're part of it. It refused itself together. But anyway, they're kind of a strange being. Okay, they will when they attacked individually, they can attack multiple targets or as one. It's kind of hard to describe the mindset of a werewolf eater. Is it one being or is it many, all combined together as a single entity? It is unknown, but example, I keep thinking it's like nanobots, kind of, but no. They will try to eat anything they can. Be it as it's organic or inorganic sorts, anything. Okay, they literally will try to eat a rock, like poop, sticks, trees, people, cattle, pets, anything. Wild animals, of course. But anyways, I'm reading from a script thing, but this is mostly just thing. But now, here's another story to think about. Okay. Now, apparently, these knights they got called in to help these town folks because apparently there's this monster that's eating everything in sight. Like people don't know how to describe this thing. They're saying it smells horrible. The knights go there and this thing. I'm gonna say this, be as frank as possible. This thing has a horrible smell. It will make some people throw up. Some people will accidentally defecate themselves. Yes, I mean defecate. Like it's like it's like beyond the worst smells you ever known. Like this smell kills the land. Like you could see vegetation all around dying. But anyway, these knights. I'm gonna actually try to focus, but I'm focusing on the topic at hand so people understand. So, but the knights decide to attack this thing with swords. whatnot. Okay, so not swords and javelins and whatnot. But anyway, actually spears, not javelins. What I'm talking about. But this thing would actually attach just small bits of it to the sword, so you get a sword and they're trying to swipe on it, and pieces of it would attach itself. It would actually get those pieces, and it would like slowly creep up the weapon until it would go to the hilt of the sword, and it would actually lodge itself into the hands of the person who's wielding the weapon, and the person will feel a sharp pain. But anyway, some people were able to save themselves by cutting off their arms, because those that didn't died. It got in their heart, killed them. But consumed those, of course, or try to. But someone actually eventually got a brilliant idea. Okay, a bright idea, although more likely a stupid random thought. Let's take this torch I have and let's throw it at it. What could be the worst could happen? Actually, that was the lucky break they needed, as the creature, whatever multiple faced thing is, whatever you want to describe it as, burned in cinders. Literally, it's like let's just say this is a thing. Like its lifespan, all of a sudden, gone. The ashes of it will dissolve into nothing. But anyway, now this thing, basically, this one of the things people learned how to deal with this thing if they encounter it again is just fire. It's more of an example of it. I use a reference from old stories about fire. I got the actual idea from paper burning. Pretty old thing. I'm not a pyro. It's just something I used to study when I was younger-ish. But now I'm going to talk about weaknesses and strengths. Fire is, of course, an obvious weakness. I just stated, of course. They are immune to mind control. They are susceptible to diffusion, meaning destabilize the cellular level until it's just attacking itself and destroy itself. They are immune to Acendio. They are not immune to Havoc, which is basically something that kind of destroys the mind, technically, but it also disintegrates at a molecular level. But no need to go so far as but for a vampire unit affirmage to deal with. No affirmage has fallen from these abominations, nor wounded by such things. They are not fast. These things are not fast. Only way they are fast is if they attach themselves to an object. They are not typically fast. They are slow. You can run around them. That's why people were slashing at the swords and such. Usually its best way it's able to do it is if it gets itself attached to something. It does move a little faster against metal surfaces. It is not faster on dirt. These things can survive in harsh environments like deserts, kind of. They do dry up some, but they do survive in jungles. They can survive, and they will destroy the forest and stuff like that. They will destroy it by themselves. They are known to turn whole forests into deserts. But they are extremely dangerous. Water does, however, slightly slow them. They cannot drown. Anything that would cause great enough destabilization that can destroy it at a molecular level would actually kill it. What I mean is you have to destroy every cell of it. So people like Goku, Gohan, from Dragon Ball Universe, they can kill it. Use their ki and but yeah, they'd have to destroy it. An example of Majin Buu, when you had to kill every bit of it, but if you disable as it, the molecular level and such, it will be destroyed. Fire is an easier thing to kill it with, as it kills that as a molecular level much faster than trying to anything. They can be put in orbit. They don't die from lack of oxygen, so but throw them in the sun, they will die. They don't freeze that well, I will say this. So freezing is not as good of an idea because you'll freeze before it. You can't really predict what it really will do. You can't predict what direction it will do. It might actually split up its body into multiple forms, like multiple things. It's kind of more like how do I describe it? Its pure form, if it has not absorbed anything, is nearly clear and see-through. You can almost actually walk into it by accident. It is not. I've never stated how they were come to be, so I'm not going to give hints of how if they are created or they're made this way or just some kind of freak accident or etc. etc. I might say it later. I do actually have a origin of them, so but they are considered abominations, so take that as a grain of salt. They can actually refuse together. Okay, like I said before, but they can track. They can track you. They can track you wherever you go. If it's by land, they can get you. Land or water, they can get you. It is not known how they track. I have never stated how they can, but they can also track past water. So yeah, they're a lot better than any doggies you'll ever encounter. These things are highly dangerous and are a constant thing hunted by vampire eaters. They do attack undead and vampires. They cannot be infected by anything. Yes, they are immune to all diseases. They can, however, carry said disease if they were from consumed beings. But said diseases will eventually be dissolved. This thing does, however, produce a horrid smell. Like I said before, and I'll reiterate this, and it will make someone get sick. It's likely the only disease it really carries is makes people have weak stomachs. If seen, kill on sight. Quarantine land. Do not touch the afflicted land till dealt with. Meaning aforementioned will have to deal with it. The land is poisonous. You cannot do not grow anything there. It will not grow, and if anything does, it is poisonous. It's not edible, and it needs to be destroyed. Move into the point where the afflicted land, the smell does not follow towards your area, so wind can't blow the smell of it to your area. But yeah, this is the pretty basic things of it. They're not too smart, but not too stupid. You can't really predict their intelligence if they have it, or it is unknown. I don't really specify, and a lot of the thing is more confusing on their intelligence. But yeah, they're pretty much considered an abomination. Kill on sight, as they will literally eat everything, and you could almost say as if it's more like as they put a terrorist attack, I guess. I don't know, it could be. But anyway, well, this is going to be the longest videos I made. But anyways, this is the discussion I made and figured people would be interested in this. But yeah, I'm likely going to be doing some more though, but I might actually make another one. Probably about the Regatta, but the Regatta will be a lot shorter. But yeah. But anyway, hope you enjoy this interesting, weird, strange thing. And currently, right now, I actually have over 300 short stories I've written between 1 to 6 pages, and I actually have 10 of my short stories online. You can actually look at my Twitter and want to use this thing. I have a Facebook link under it. It's in the long description on my Facebook link. I don't really remember the Facebook link, but I actually, if you respond to me on my Twitter, I do actually see my Twitter messages. I don't actually look at Facebook. Like, I never read that. I'm just letting people know I never look at it. Twitter, I do. But yeah, um, hope you enjoy this. But it's another thing about.